What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about the 5 players Alabama was able to get out of the transfer portal and how big of an impact they can make on the team this season. But first, if you haven't, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And by doing so, it really helps out my channel and it helps me grow as a content creator. Well, just like all the teams in college football, the transfer portal has opened up doors for each team to bring in players in the portal and upgrade their teams. And Alabama's no stranger to that. Even though Alabama recruits at a very, very high level, they still was able to get some players out the transfer portal to upgrade their team. And I'm going to talk about the 5 players Alabama was able to get so far and see, each player can make an impact at their respective position. Now, the first player I'm going to talk about is C.J. Dipper, the tight end from Maryland. Now, in my opinion, C.J. Dipper, this is a great player in my opinion. A guy that got experience at playing at the collegiate level. He got 2 years of eligibility. And he did a pretty good job while he was over there at Maryland. He's a balanced tight end. He's a good solid blocker. And he can catch the ball out, great pass catcher as well. So his attributes just jump off the screen. And in my opinion, I think he's going to have a significant role this upcoming season. Now, it's interesting because of the depth chart that Alabama has. Alabama got some guys already on, that was already there on the team at that respective position. We had guys like Robert Oots, great run blocker. This dude just tough. Danny Lewis, really, really good player. Amari Knoblauch can be a mismatch. Got speed, but can get out wide and also can catch the ball. Can be a mismatch. Kind of reminds me of like how Jaleel Billingsley was when he was at Alabama. We got junior college guy, Miles Keltzman. Then we brought in talented freshman Tyler Lockwood. So Alabama is very, very talented at the tight end position, like they are with every position on the team. But in my opinion, I think C.J. Dipper is going to be the guy at the tight end position. Can he unseat maybe Robbie Oots? I don't know. But in my opinion, C.J. Dipper is going to make a huge impact. I think, like I said, he's going to be the one that Alabama throws to, to use in every type of situation, passing the ball and then use them in run blocking schemes and stuff like that. But look out for Robert Oots. He's there. He's already been on the team, got playing time as well. But how big of an impact C.J. Dipper, I think he's going to be a huge impact. And I think he's going to be the guy at tight end. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But look out for him, C.J. Dipper, at the tight end position for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Now, the next guy I'm going to talk about is Trey Marshall, a transfer from Georgia, inside linebacker. He got 2 years of eligibility as well. In my opinion, Deontay Lawson better watch out. We didn't get to see Deontay Lawson during the spring game, but Trey Marshall looked really, really good out there. I think he's going to make an early impact. He's already made an impact from the 8A game. He could potentially unseat Deontay Lawson. Now, there could be a scenario if we were to start Trey Marshall at the Mike position for the linebacker position. Maybe we could move Deontay Lawson to the wheel. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting with that inside linebacker position because Alabama got some guys now. A lot of people forget about the guys that we got on the inside. We got guys like I mentioned, Deontay Lawson, who was injured during the spring. But we should get him back during the fall, I'm pretty sure. Alabama's loaded. We got guys like Jihad Campbell, Sean Murphy, Justin Jefferson. Look out for him. Justin Jefferson might be the fastest linebacker that we got. I'm pretty sure he is. People forget about Kendrick Blackshaw. I did a video on him. I haven't heard too much about him, though. And that kind of concerns me that, we're not really hearing too much about Kendrick Blackshaw. But Trey Marshall came in, and he was already getting high praise. It's understandable. He's coming from Georgia. Georgia is very, very talented, just like Alabama, but Georgia of late has been playing defense better than Alabama has been playing. And of course, it makes sense playing under Kirby Smart. He's a great developer of talent. Um, and I blame most of that on Pete Golden not developing our guys at the linebacker position, specifically that was his former position, coaching the inside linebackers. So I feel like he failed the inside linebackers. But Trey Marshall, like I said, he didn't get much playing time as well over there at Georgia, but he was in the system. And for him to come over to Alabama and already get high praise, Deontay Lawson better watch out. I think he can slip out and play the wheel position, but weak side linebacker position. But Trey Marshall might be that guy. And as far as impact, I think Trey Marshall is probably going to be a starter. But that all depends on Kendrick Blackshire. This is his season, in my opinion, to step it up, show everybody how big of a beast of a player you are. He's huge, big, solid guy. He may not be the fastest, but he's one of those guys that's ready to knock your head off. And hopefully Kendrick Blackshire can get some playing time. And but if Trey Marshall is the guy, let him be the guy. In my opinion, his impact is very, very high at the inside linebacker position. But it's going to be interesting to see. And like I said, he was part of the first team defense during the spring. So look out for that battle, between Trey Marshall and the other inside linebackers. The next guy I'm going to talk about is Trey Amos. Well, I keep saying Amos. Amos, like famous Amos, like the cookies. Trey Amos, cornerback, got 2 years of eligibility. We all know Kool-Aid McKinstry and Terry Arnold are probably going to be the starters at the cornerback position. Can Trey Amos come in and make an impact? He's a guy that got experience. He's played a lot of football. He has great length and athleticism. He's going to definitely add depth to our team. As far as impact, he may or may not make a huge impact this season. He could potentially play on the second team defense, but it's going to be interesting to watch that battle at that second cornerback position. Kool-Aid got one side locked, in my opinion. I believe Terry Arnold is going to be the other guy, but Trey Amos could come in and definitely be a starter at that position. But he have to compete against guys like Earl Little Jr. A lot of guys, that can potentially, get the starting position. But as far as impact, I don't think Trey Amos is going to be able to get a starting position, but I think he's going to be in heavy rotation. I think it's going to be Terry Arnold to get the start, but Trey Amos could come in and later on in the season take over that spot. But look out for Trey Amos at that cornerback position. The next guy I'm going to talk about, number 4, Jalen Key, transfer from UAB. He only has 1 year of eligibility. It's saying right here Jalen Key will be one of the oldest players on the Alabama team. So it's going to be very interesting. Of course, we lost DeMarco Hellams and Jordan Battle to the NFL. So we got to fill in those 2 safety spots in the back end. In my opinion, I think, Caleb Downs is going to be one of the guys, the talented freshman that's turning heads in practice. Probably put Jalen Key back there, but he's going to be going against, other guys like Christian Story. Christian Story is a guy that's been on the team for a while. And Christian Story, man, he could definitely step up. A lot of people forget about Devontae Smith. Yes, we got another Devontae Smith that plays, DB for us. Jake Pope looked really, really good out there. Knocked the ball out of Jermaine Burton's hand during the spring game. Brayson Hubbard, Tony Mitchell. Even though Tony Mitchell suspended, I saw some reports that Tony Mitchell can potentially come back to the team pretty soon. So you got those guys, man. And then, of course, Malachi Moore. I think he's due for a great season. He has to show up this season. And it's a lot of competition, but I think as far as impact, I think Jalen Key could possibly start at one of the safety positions. Potentially it might be, maybe they have Caleb Downs at free safety, and maybe have Jalen Key play at the other position. But it's gonna be interesting, But I definitely see Jalen Key playing the strong safety, position. So then have Caleb Downs at free safety. But like I said, a lot of talented guys he got to compete against. As far as his impact, I think his impact is really, really high. I think he can come right in and start at that safety position. Just give a talented guy. And his ball skills is really, really good, guys. I went back and watched his tape further. Really, really good player on the back end. He knows how to turn. He actually turns his head around to find the ball. That's something that our DBs have been struggling with the last couple of seasons. But very, very talented player. And then working on the Travaris Robinson, he can only get even better. So his impact, I think, is going to be very, very high. He can potentially be a starter, in my opinion. And the last person we'll talk about is Tyler Butner at the quarterback position. Now, Tyler Butner, like I've mentioned in previous videos, and everybody should know by now, came from Notre Dame. He has 3 years of eligibility left. Decided to come to Alabama knowing that Jalen Miro and Ty Simpson was here on the team and wanted to come in and compete. Probably, felt comfortable considering that Tommy Rees, our current offensive coordinator, is now, over here at Alabama, a guy that he learned under and, played for. So naturally, he probably feel comfortable to come to Alabama. Now, it's very, very interesting because neither quarterback has decided to hit the transfer portal. And the next time the portal opens is on December 4th of this year. So it's going to be interesting to see how that quarterback battle goes. He has his issues with turning the ball over as well. But he has some bright spots as well. So, and then, of course, Ty Simpson is looking really, really good. I saw a video on him. Even though he injured his hand, he must be doing well because the video that I saw of him passing the ball, he looked really, really good and looked like he put on some muscle as well. But Jalen Miro I read a report on him. Him and a couple of offensive guys were practicing with each other, trying to build, chemistry between each other. So this quarterback battle is going to be very, very interesting, and it's going to go into the fall camp. How that's going to play out, that's going to be very, very interesting. And the quarterback battle could run into the season, after, the first game. We'll probably have a starter right before Texas, but this quarterback battle is going to be very, very interesting, and can't wait to see what happens in that situation. As far as impact with Tyler Butner, he can have a huge impact. It'll be shocking to me if Tyler Butner comes in and be the starter at Alabama. In my personal opinion, I think Jalen Miro is going to be the guy. But, because I feel like it's his to lose at this point. He started last season, came in the Arkansas game, helped us win that game. He wasn't the starter in that game, but he came in, because he was the backup. And then against the Texas A&M game, he started. He struggled, He turns the ball over. Tyler Butner turns the ball as well. Even Ty Simpson turned the ball over in the spring game. So the team was playing with vanilla, a vanilla offense. So you couldn't expect too much, but decision making is going to be key. Like I said, and Tyler Butner could come in, but I don't think he's going to come in to be the starter. But I think he's going to help that quarterback room and push Ty Simpson and Jalen Miro to be the best players that they can be. But what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. And once again, guys, if you haven't, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll definitely be back with more college football content. Thanks, guys, and roll Tide.